In this video, I'm going to show you some basic furnace maintenance. 7 easy steps you can do to get your furnace ready for winter. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's go change and get this done. Come on. Now the good news is, if you turn your thermostat to the heat setting, your furnace should just fire up and start making hot air. Now with that being said, if you want to give your furnace the best chance of making it through the winter, there are a few more things that you can do. The first thing you want to do is actually make sure that your furnace is working. So go to the thermostat and put it to the heat setting. Then turn the temperature up high enough that the heat comes on. It's normal for there to be a burning smell when you turn the furnace on after it's been sitting for a while. Dust settles on the heat exchanger and it's just being burned off. It's usually harmless and it goes away after a few minutes. Now go to wherever your furnace is. You want to give your furnace a visual inspection. Sometimes they can be installed in laundry rooms or equipment rooms that end up being used as storage, and you want to make sure that stuff hasn't stacked up around your furnace. Your furnace has to be able to pull air in from around it in order for it to burn the gas properly. You also want to make sure that you don't have anything flammable being stored next to the furnace. Look at the venting. It should be secured to the furnace and have a continual upward path. Do you see signs of water on the floor? Do you see rust anywhere? That can be a sign that water used to be there. Look for a big pipe coming into the room. It could be about 6, 8, 10 inches in diameter. Make sure that it's clear of obstruction. This is the combustion air, and it supplies the air to the room that your furnace needs in order to burn the gas properly. In the winter, you might feel cold air coming from it and be tempted to stuff a pillow or blanket up in it to stop the draft, but don't do it. Your furnace needs that air and you need to keep that clear and open. Look for the gas line that is actually going into the side of the furnace. Smell around the connections. Make sure you don't smell any obvious gas smell or a rotten egg smell. Next, you want to sweep or vacuum the floor around the furnace so that it's not pulling dust and dirt into the unit. Then go ahead and wipe down the outside of it as well. Now while you're down here, we're going to want to go ahead and change or clean your air filter. It's the number one thing that you can do for the health of your furnace. You got to make sure you have plenty of airflow, so make sure you come down regularly and either clean or change your air filter. Now mine is the kind that's reusable. I'm going to clean that. If you have the kind where you replace it, first thing you want to do, shut the power off to the furnace, remove the old filter. When you're putting it back in, pay attention to the arrow that shows you the direction that the airflow needs to go. Install the new filter. Put the cover back on and you're good. If you have the kind that's reusable, take it out. You can wash it with a water hose if it's that kind. Or mine, I use an air compressor to blow the dust and dirt out of mine. Then reinstall it and you're good. Now again, throughout the winter, you want to come down periodically, make sure you're keeping a clean air filter. If you're not sure if yours is clean enough, take it out, hold it up to the light. If you're not seeing light through it, you need to change it. Now, if you have one, the next thing we want to check is your humidifier. Check for signs of water leaking. Then you want to open the damper. We're going to check the pad, we're going to take it out, and we're going to look at both sides. We're looking for signs of hard water buildup, and that's usually found on the back. Replace it if needed. Now they recommend you replace them every couple of years, but if yours is really bad, it's possible you should replace yours every year. Locate the water line coming off of the humidifier and then follow it back until you find a valve, and just make sure that that valve is open. Make sure the drain line isn't clogged. You can pour some water down the drain line and make sure that it's draining. If it's not, you can blow on the end of the tube and see if there's some sludge that's clogging it. Check your humidistat and make sure that it's set between 40 and 50%. All right, at this point, go ahead and turn the furnace back on. So the last thing we're going to do while we're down here at the furnace, you should have a carbon monoxide detector close to the furnace or on this level. I have one that's built in. If you don't have one of those, you can get a plug-in style and plug it in close to the furnace. But what you want to do is you want to test the carbon monoxide detector and replace the battery if it's been over a year. All right, we're almost done. Let's go back up to the thermostat. If your thermostat has batteries, you're going to want to change them. If it's programmable, you're going to want to make sure that the programming is the way that you want it. Now you want to go back to the very first step and make sure that your furnace is still making hot air. Make sure that you didn't accidentally do something that makes it stop working. The stuff we went over today is pretty easy, so anyone should be able to do this basic furnace maintenance. If you want to go one step further, there is some more advanced maintenance you can do, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're going to be releasing that video next week on advanced furnace maintenance. One last thing, the owner's manual for your furnace is a great resource to have. If you've misplaced yours, you can download a new one online. It can help you troubleshoot minor issues and give you maintenance that's specific to your piece of equipment. You'll also find a section called regular dealer maintenance. It says, in addition to the maintenance you perform, your system should be inspected regularly by a properly trained technician. So sometime during the fall or winter, you should probably have someone that's been trained and has the proper testing equipment come out and go through your furnace in depth. If you live in the Utah market, Any Hour Services can help you with that. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, good luck with your next project. And remember, if you ever feel like you've gotten in over your head, it's okay to stop and call a technician you trust for some help. Thanks for watching. See ya.